Hey everyone, and welcome back to my class. This is your Sophie ma'am. Come on kids, let's look at the first chapter of your English textbook, It So Happened. Chapter's name is How the Camel Got Its Hump, and it is written by Rudyard Kipling. Before I give you the summary of the chapter, let me tell you something about the author. Joseph Rudyard Kipling was born on 30th December 1865 and he died on 18th January 1936. He was an English journalist, short story writer, poet and novelist. He was born in India, which inspired much of his work. Kipling's work of fiction includes The Jungle Book, Kim and many short stories, including The Man Who Would Be a King, etc. Now, through this mind map, let us look at the summary of the chapter. Before I do that, children, let me introduce to you the characters of the story. There were four animals in the story. First is the camel, the horse, the dog, the ox, and there was also a jinn and a man. The world had just begun and the animals had just started to work for human beings. There was a camel who lived in the middle of a howling desert. He was one lazy animal that did nothing. He just used to simply sit and just say hump, and that's it. Nothing else. He was not at all interested to work for anyone. On a Monday morning, when the horse, dog and the ox came to him and asked him to work, as per his habit, the camel replied hump. The poor three animals, they just work all day. The man summoned the horse, the dog and the ox and distributed the camel's work among them. This made all three of them very angry. Then later on, the horse complained about the camel to the jinn. The jinn promised them that he will set the camel right. He asked the camel to work, but as usual, the camel said hump. As soon as the camel uttered these words, he saw his beautiful back puffing up. The jinn explained to the camel that it was his very own hump and he was only responsible for this as he did not work. Now, the jinn asked him to work, but the camel has never yet caught up with work that he missed. Neither did he learn to behave. Look at the first picture in this slide. How the horse is asking the camel to come and trot like us. And the camel is just simply replying hump. In the second picture, you can see that how the three animals, how they were summoned by the man and how the man distributed the work among the three. In the third picture, you can see that how again the three animals were complaining to the jinn and jinn was carefully listening to their complaints. And lastly, in the fourth picture, the jinn punished the camel by giving him his own hump. Now let me ask you all a question. Children, what did you do over the weekend? Were you generally active or idle? We will be discussing this concluding activity in detail during our online interactive classes. Thank you, children. See you all soon.